house in Florida?
No, I've not.
All right. So this takes place in Florida, and a woman by the name of Paola Garcia, she flies back and forth to New York from Florida. She carries this pink shell suitcase. She has all her personal items. Usually it could be stored in the storage bin, but for some reason they were telling her she needed to check her bag in, and she did so. Her bag never arrived. She waited a total of 2 hours for her bag for it never to arrive. So she goes home. Her Apple Watch actually starts pinging from a address in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So she actually gets in her car and drives to the address where her Apple Watch was pinging from. When she pulls up to this house, she said she's seen luggage laid out everywhere, all different type of luggage in the front lawn. So she gets there, she calls the police. The police use the airport's database and track with the address, and they actually find an employee by the name of Junior Bazile who worked in a store in the airport. They think this may be part of a bigger scam operation because it doesn't make sense how he ended up with her luggage or anything. He was arrested, and a news reporter actually went to his house. He started talking to her mom, and they had a 7-minute conversation, and it was calm until she screamed out basically that they didn't find anything when they raided her house, and that it's lies, and that her daughter told her like the previous morning about what happened. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this has got to be a bigger ring than just the retail store person, because if you work in a retail store, how are you even allowed to go back into luggage or baggage claim area?
That's what I'm wondering.
But also, it's just like this. Airport luggage does get stolen.
Yes, it does.
Like most times, like 5 times out of 10, it's lost. It's lost and or is at the baggage claim area. But you just have a lot of scummy people out here that will just take anything. So what I do recommend whenever people do fly is put all your important stuff in a backpack, so no matter what, you can take it with you. That's if it's small enough to fit in one, though.
And her bag was, but they convinced her to put it in the regular baggage with everyone else.
Yeah, that kind of would have set some red flags off. Like if you would have had like a regular bag that you can fly overhang or you can put it under your seat, and they said no, you gotta go somewhere else with that. No, that kind of sets off a few red flags.
Right. And I would advise if you could get a tracker put into your luggage itself, I would do that. I mean, you've had celebrities. I remember years ago, Little Kim, she had her Queen Bee chain taken, but luckily like they couldn't figure out how to get it out of her box, so they just abandoned it and it was found and returned to her. So, and I think another like a producer had a laptop stolen. It was like full of songs. So you got to be careful just like flying and having personal valuable things, and like that's good advice. You say if you could have a bag or some kind of other suitcase that you can have all your important stuff, your expensive stuff, so you can have it on you when you're flying. I would take that advice, definitely.
Like it goes like this: the suitcase is only meant for clothes. You can buy clothes. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't know how people's financial situation is, but if you're like on business or on traveling, you got money to buy an extra set of clothes,
right?
At least a few of them.
Oh, I forgot to mention too. So the airlines did respond, and the airline was Spirit. They told her that they reimbursed her as a courtesy, and that was their response. And see, I've never flown Spirit, and the way it was put in the video that I seen, like it sounded rude. It sounded like they were like more annoyed that she even said anything instead of like addressing and being concerned about their passenger. And that's why I'm like, I would never fly Spirit. And too much stuff happens on the Spirit flights anyways. The fighting and the delays, the canceled flights that you hear about, like it's just not worth it. I say go to a better airline where your stuff is, because if it's sketchy like